Hello, we're live.
Hmm.
Welcome to our quantum psychic Akashic readings, clearings, healings. And I'm excited to be with my co-host Viviane. Hello, Viviane. How are
Hi,
you?
John. Hi, everyone. I hope you all had a nice weekend. I had a nice weekend. So,
Oh, fabulous. Did you do anything exciting or um exciting can be restful and doing
yes, I
nothing. But
restful. Yes. So it was good.
that's
Hmm.
fantastic. Yeah, I had a lot of rest. I was away camping for the weekend. You probably see from the many photos I take, as my son
Hmm.
was saying, here's another photo, and it's like, well, just be thankful it's not a video. I think even 8 photos in a day, and he'd still complain. But
Yeah.
it was really lovely just to. I think I slept for like 9 or 10 hours each. That we were away 2 nights. Not far away. It's only about 40 minutes drive from where we live, but it's a real change of energy and people come up.
Nice.
It's a site that people come across from across Scotland to visit, which is really nice. And we're
Hmm.
back there at the end of the month as well for Mother's Day, so
Oh
looking forward to
yeah.
that.
Nice. Lovely.
Um, and hello, yeah, hello to everyone in the chat. It's lovely to see you here.
Hmm.
And I have a couple of announcements to make. Or they're like really early. Things I've been working on is probably more accurate. Um, one of which you already know about, Viviane. So, and
Yes.
congratulations on finishing the higher self intermediate training, which is
Thank you.
fantastic. It's a big achievement listening to me for uh, anything up to about 16 hours of sessions. Sorry, 16 sessions. I'm not sure how many hours it would have been, but yeah, it was a lot. And um, it's such a wonderful class. I really enjoy teaching the
Yes.
classes. I enjoy teaching them so much so that I'm going to start offering. So I'm going to trial a couple of different offerings. One is um, something called quantum psychic practice sessions, and
Hmm.
these practice sessions, I'll just put a link in the live chat so people can get familiar. So the idea is that basically people like you, Viviane, can join, and so can clients. So anyone,
Hmm.
anyone with an open heart and good love and intentions in their hearts can join the sessions. So you join it for a small fee, and then providing I have enough practitioners, or else it's just me doing readings and healings for people. So the idea
Yeah.
is that
I'm signing
people
up.
that oh, yay,
Yeah.
sign up, sign up. So that makes two of us.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, I'm just going to try it out. We'll maybe do things like breakout rooms and see if people can, um, if we can
Hmm.
make them, and also how it runs, and just see if they're helpful for all parties. So excited for that. And then the other thing, which I literally just created, and I was almost late for today's live stream, was a a kind of pay as you go quantum psychic class. So it's like an hour every week or two where I will run through topics that I teach, some of which I teach in the higher self training courses. But it's not just restricted to that. And so the idea is that anyone can sign up, and it'll be me just taking you through the different topics: quantum energy healing, clearing, talking to spirit guides. You don't get all the joy of higher self foundational training courses, like you don't get the online course or a class with you, but you get people that join on Zoom together and will work through a topic. Um, and it's a much lower cost as a result. And yeah, I'm excited to see if people are interested in it. Um, and I wanted to give something that's more affordable for people, but also something they can just dip in and out of. And depending on how well it goes and how organized I can be, I may or may not advertise the topics in advance. But you can see, if you study what I put online, you'll see that there's a sample of topics that we'll be going through. So just sharing those for those that are interested. But yeah, other than that, we can get started. So I will begin by creating a safe space. So if you'd like to join me, we'll take a deep breath in through the nose, nice and deep. And breathe out what no longer serves our highest good, nice and loud. Breathe in through the nose, nice and deep. And breathe out any fear, shame, anxiety, or pain, nice and loud. Breathe in through the nose, nice and deep. And breathe out any remaining low vibration energy or emotion that no longer serves your highest good, nice and loud. And continue to breathe deeply and calmly. Now focus your attention on the center of your heart, where your golden divine spark enters your human form. And from here, extend a cord of light up through the top of your head and reaching up into the sky and up into the stars, reaching up higher and higher through the frequencies and dimensions of this universe until you reach the highest dimension of the source of love of this universe. And there, connecting your light cord into the highest dimension of source, feeling into that oneness, unity, feeling of unconditional love. Remain connected to source and extend your light cord down to the stars and to the sky, back down to the top of your head and into your heart once more. And now this time from the center of your heart, extend a cord of light all the way down through the root of your spine and deep into the ground, all the way down until you reach the very core of Mother Earth. And there, connecting your light cord into Mother Gaia's crystalline heart. Remain connected to Gaia's heart as we send her so much love and gratitude. And extend your light cord back up through the layers of the planet, up through the root of your spine, and into your heart once more. And into our hearts, we bring in the light of Source above and Mother Gaia below, and we expand out a golden bubble of protective light to surround us, about 2 meters out to each side, in front and behind, above and below, and set the intention that only energies and entities with our permission, with our highest good, love, and compassion, can see us, access us, or exist within this space or within us. All other energies and entities must leave immediately. Into our safe spaces, we invite in our guides, our higher selves, our ancestors, Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, Archangel Metatron, Source, and Gaia. We ask for their guidance, clearing and healing, their protection, and assistance with the integration of today's messages and healings. And through space and time, I create a protective golden bubble around all of us in the live stream and in the replay, setting the intention that only energies and entities with our highest good, love, and compassion can see us, access us, or exist within this session space or within us. All other energies and entities must leave immediately. I invite in for Viviane and I, our guides, our higher selves, Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, Source, and Gaia, and Archangel Metatron. And I set the intention today that we would like to be able to assist those that we can help the most, those that have the highest good love and compassion in their hearts. And we ask that you come forwards at this time, placing your requests in all capitals in the live chat, where people chat, not just in the comments in the video. And we will select names randomly for these different readings, clearings, and healings. And also, when your name is called, and we're ready to begin. So it is.
Thank you.
Thank
Okay.
you. And also just close our eyes for a few minutes. And lots of requests to come in. Thank you.
Yes, I'm just clicking, selecting a few more. Make sure that we got them all. Okay.
Fabulous. Do you want to go first this week?
Sure, okay. All right. All right, I'll close my eyes. Make sure I have my cursor in the right spot here.
We're selecting your next request. When your name is called, please say hello in the chat.
Okay. All right, this is for What a Lovely Day 90. Please say hi in the chat. I'm pretty sure you're here, but please let us know. Okay, I see you here because you just asked if you should
should reply to a question, yeah.
Okay, thank you. You're here.
And for me, that was at 4:44 p.m.
Oh, interesting.
I'd love some energetic healing. As you know, Viviane, I'm very sick.
Oh, and I was just asking while I was selecting, please help me select someone that really needs this healing. So, okay, that's great. All right.
Just asking what lovely days guides and higher self to step forwards to assist with healing at this time. We can begin with a scan. I was drawn straight to the throat chakra and thyroid.
Mm-hmm. I felt tingling in my lower back area.
This feeling of weakness, fatigue, and feeling quite shaky. And it was like What a Lovely Day 90s, body's asking for rest, just to be able to to rest and release. I can start with a healing. Is there anything else you saw, Viviane?
I was drawn to the heart and root chakra, and I heard the word overwhelming.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it seems to be there's I feel quite nauseous, and it's like there's a difference in the energies, but like a similarity in the feelings, both inside and outside. Feeling of being bombarded from the outside, and then on the inside, just a lot more complexity to have to work through, a lot of emotional complexity.
My heart space feels tight and heavy.
Yeah. I'm going to start by helping just reinforce and strengthen the boundaries if you'd like to start with healing on the inside.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Just pushing out of the auric field anything no longer serves your highest good. Any energies or entities that don't have your permission to be there. This source, love energy from the highest dimension of source above. Clearing out your auric fields, grounding you into earth, and removing any of this energy that no longer serves you. Return to source or never return here again. And I set the intention for this golden bubble that it is entirely under the command of what's a lovely day 90, and that you can keep this for as long as you choose or remove it whenever you wish, and that it only exists for as long as it serves your highest good. Okay. And let me know if there's anything you'd like me to look at on the inside. And her name is Nicole, if that's helpful. How did that go? Oh, you're muted.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I sent green healing light after you cleared the energy and grounded the energy and sent golden light from source. I could feel going through, especially the felt intense in the heart and solar plexus.
Yeah, it definitely felt like a lot all at once.
Mm-hmm.
And just encouraging Nicole, what's a lovely day 90 to, yeah, please get plenty of rest and look after yourself.
Mm-hmm.
I feel
Yeah,
like there was a lot you were saying in the chat, that your family's been sick with the flu. Yeah, I feel that kind of weakness, and like it's a low feeling that
mm-hmm.
you can get when you have the flu. And there was a lot of, as often happens when we're feeling down, there was a lot of energies like interested in you. So just making sure that they're pushed out as well was really helpful. Um, yeah, I hope
Yes.
this helps you, Nicole.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for your request. Okay, and it'll be
Okay,
my
well done.
turn to choose.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, randomly choosing the next request. Nice and quick. Okay, Maureen, let us know if you're here. Does this fade in and out actually work? Let me try it.
Hmm.
I don't think it does.
Oh, Maureen is here. She just say hi to us.
Fantastic.
Hi,
So a
Maureen.
message from your guides.
Okay.
Would you like to go first, or I can?
You may go first. I'm still getting some. Thank you.
I saw Maureen. I was shown your guide was showing you cleaning dishes, which surprisingly I quite enjoy doing, and you were looking out the window as you're doing it. So you were like you had a dish in your hand and you were like busy hand washing it, and you were looking out the window and you were looking out at the sky and the clouds, and you're like daydreaming a bit. You're like, oh, this is lovely. And you're asking yourself, oh, I wonder if these things that I've dreamed of in my life will ever happen. Um, and in that daydream, your guide was asking you to look at your hands, and is like, okay, the dream will happen as long as what you're doing whenever you're looking down at your hands is taking a step forwards towards creating that dream life. Now, it's I get as a human because I've been doing dishes today. It's like you can live your dream life and you can do dishes, right? They're not mutually exclusive. But I feel like that lesson, if you really want what's out there in your future that you're dreaming of, that you'd love to experience, then whenever those feelings come up, just take a look down at what you're doing and say, okay, in this present moment, what could I be doing to further that? And even if it's just a few minutes, sometimes it includes daydreaming about it. Sometimes it includes um, singing or dancing about it. And sometimes it includes just doing it for 10 minutes, even though you've got a really busy day. So I wasn't really shown what it is you want to be doing, but it was definitely a message of following your dream life in as many present moments as you can.
Nice message, Maureen. I saw right away a bouquet of white roses, like your guys were giving you a bouquet of white roses, and then I saw you your silhouette, and then you were surrounded by white roses, and it was a really beautiful vision. And I heard for you to be gentle with yourself, like the rose petals are gentle. To be gentle with yourself. And then I heard, and then I saw you under a waterfall, and um, the just feeling the being energized by this waterfall above you. So it was really beautiful. Um, so I hope you enjoyed the message, Maureen.
Yeah, lovely.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, let us know in the chat, Maureen. My dream is to go to Ireland. I feel like my soul is calling me back there. Lovely.
Nice.
Maybe you're looking out the window, looking at the planes going to Ireland. As strange as it sounds, I don't know why I've
Mm,
never done this in my life, but I've never actually been to Ireland other than stopping over on the plane.
I
Stop
have
over for like a couple of hours. I've been to Northern Ireland loads and loads, but not to Ireland.
I have friends that have been there, and they had a wonderful experience.
Fantastic. Yeah, it's definitely on my wife and I's list to go on a tour in our camper van.
Mm-hmm.
Great. So your turn.
Yes.
They don't all
by randomly choosing your next request. Please make all requests in capitals, and we will randomly choose them. If your name is called, please say hello in the chat.
Open their eyes, look to the skies, and their hearts will follow too.
Okay. River Merlin, please say hi in the chat. River Merlin, you asking for a message about the next steps for your spiritual growth and career.
Exciting. I like your name.
Yeah, me too.
Let us know, River Merlin, if you're here. Give me a minute to respond.
Yes. Okay. All right, River Merlin, please say hi in the chat so we can give you a message. Let's see.
Nothing yet. Should we move on to someone else?
Okay, yes, please to someone else.
You're.
Oh, he's here. Okay.
Fantastic.
Thank you, River.
Okay, let's ask River Merlin, your guides and higher self, about next steps in your growth, spiritually, career. Okay. Would you like to go or shall I?
Sure. I heard let it flow, and I saw the word clairvoyance, and that you need grounding. Grounding will be helpful. I kept seeing the color red for your root chakra. That's what I got to start.
Yeah, I was shown a book, and it's like, oh, a book. Is this studying? And River Merlin's guide was like, kind of. And it's like, in this study, and if you're anything like me, I'm not like a huge fan of studying, although I'm doing a lot of it right now. Is that as you were studying, there's like a key. I saw a book, and then when you opened up the book, there was like a key inside. And then in that key was it. The key itself is like I describe it like it helps open up your mind and your heart. So it's allowing your belief system, your mental models, your understandings of reality to start to expand. And then it was also shown your heart and your mind. And the next area of focus is definitely to help that mind and heart connection. So whenever you're trying to learn something or you're trying to develop a new ability, there's a lot your mind just can't do alone. Your heart really has to open up and help you. And so what Viviane was saying, I think is fantastic advice. It feels a lot like self-discipline and self-study and keep up with your daily practice, grounding yourself and opening up your heart. So yeah, I hope that helps you. I did keep asking about whether the book was a real book. Is it like an actual thing? Because your guide was talking a lot about it. And it's like, all I can understand is that your guy's saying, yes, it is an actual book. No, they won't name what it is, but it's not important that you go hunting for the book. It's more that you will happen across it. Like it'll find its way to you, and the knowledge within it is going to help you unlock some of the restrictions and constraints you currently have in your mental beliefs.
And while you're giving the message, I had a vision of river kayaking, which is kind of neat. I tried that before, and it was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And then I heard spending time in nature will bring you clarity.
Oh, wonderful.
River.
That could be a T-shirt, right?
Mm-hmm.
With got a
Yeah.
question on the front and then on the back. Spending time in nature will bring you clarity. And River Merlin says, yes, I'm sure. There we go.
Oh, nice.
Oh, no, that's the wrong one. Just popped it under my cursor. I'm actually focusing on grounding and opening heart and mind. Thank you. I was directed to buy a certain book this weekend. Ooh, fabulous.
Mhm.
Well, that's exciting. Does feel like a few pages in, if that helps. Okay, so it's my turn.
Yes. No, it's my turn. You chose river. You're about to choose another one. That's how I remember. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, that was fast. Craig, I'm pretty sure you're here, but say hi in the chat, please. Craig Dixon is asking for a message from his mom, Martha.
And Craig's here, right? Ever seen Craig?
Oh yeah, he's here. He just typed a comment. Okay, thank you, Craig. Okay, message from
I've just made sure Martha's given permission to come into our safe space. She seemed very delighted to be invited in. She said this is a really fancy place when she was talking about the big bubble we created at the start. Yeah, I'm happy to go. If you want me to go first, I don't mind.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, really lovely energy, and Martha was both very sweet to you, Craig, and to myself. The first thing she did is she showed me your heart, Craig, and she was saying that your heart has this space inside for like creating more love for yourself. And she said she wishes that every day that she could place almost like another layer. She was showing me like these kind of layers, like a bit like stacking Lego bricks, like one on top of the other. Like every day she would give you like another gift of self-love for yourself. If that was possible for her to be able to do, she can't give you your self-love, but she can always be there for you. And she said, you can give yourself this gift. And she's just asking you each day to spend a little bit of time and just acknowledge all the great things you've done in your life. And she feels very proud of you and wants to help you fill this hole in your heart. And she was saying it very kindly to me as well. She was saying, John, I would do that for you also if I could. And finally, she said, I'm I'm not stuck and I'm not trapped. I've returned to my soul is how she explained it. How did you get on?
Yes, I heard, take good care of you, son. I'm proud of you. And then I saw her putting her hand on his heart. And then she said that she wants him to do the same, to place his hand on his heart. Um, and it just, I saw her on your right side, Craig, and then your guide, Clara, was on your left side. And yeah, felt good. Felt like just really like really proud of you. But she wants you to um, every day do this. Put your hand on your heart and connect to your heart. It was a short but sweet message for you.
Oh, that's lovely. And yeah, Craig was just saying, I lost the comment now because I've scrolled. I've scrolled away. Come back. I would use a mouse pad in here, but it would just make so much noise. So
Yeah, I don't use a
there.
mouse
Uh,
either.
Craig says, Mum was like that, very loving
Yeah,
and accepting. Oh, that's really beautiful.
wonderful.
And yeah, thank you, Craig and Viviane. That was lovely.
Hmm.
Who's next? Me or you?
You.
Yay. Okay, choosing your next request. Kratty. Please let us know if you're here. One day I'll figure out some smooth fading in and out to the music, not just you. Are you here? Did we do karate before they had a job offer? I don't know. My memory's not that good. Kratty's here.
Okay. Hi, Kratty.
So Kratty says, hi, I would like to know about my work situation. I have a job offer at hand, but the employees seem to be shady to me. I would like to know if I am right about the situation or not.
Okay.
So just asking your guides and higher self. We can't really comment on the employees themselves, but we can ask your guides their opinions. You've got a really chatty guide. I was given 3 messages. The first is to write down, so it's a practice, Eucrati, write down a list of all the things that you considered to be shady. And these are just like short sentences, right? And it's like a list of things that you're writing. The reason you're writing it is that it's to help get the emotion like expressed out of you. So don't worry so much about who said what or how someone looked or spoke. It's more like focusing on your feelings about everything to do with the company, the job offer itself, the role. And then the next thing was your guide said within that list, some of those things are more like nerves. They're like self-doubt, a bit of fear. There's like a mix of things in there. And so you can, one practice your guide was saying is like place your hand on your heart, and then as you go through the list, like score out the ones and where you ask your heart and say, is this my fear speaking, or is this something I'm genuinely concerned about? And so where it's just your fear speaking, just score the line out. And then Krati said that list that you're left with, trust it. Like, and this is a practice you could place your hand on your solar plexus, on your stomach, on your gut, and say to yourself, like, are these real to me? Because it just takes one, right? It just takes one of those things for your gut to have a strong feeling about, for you to be able to trust it and say no to. But it's important you first rule out any of those other mixed emotions about fear, etc. And no one can tell you, no one can argue with you about whether you feel good about a job offer or not. It's important to trust your gut. And finally, so that was 2 messages. I think the third message was sometimes we do seem to like accept these jobs, even though we know some things are wrong. But it's like sometimes there's a mission for us. Sometimes we're sent in to help. And so that's another way of looking at those things you have concerns about. Would you be prepared to take ownership of them and help? And Krati's just said in the chat, they seem to be exploiting employees a little bit. So that would be one thing, would you be prepared to go in and help with that? Not just be a victim to it, but to help both protect yourself and then, help stand up for other employees too.
I heard go with your gut feeling and read between the lines for clarity. And then I heard sometimes people may have a different difficulty expressing themselves, but don't create self-doubt and plant good seeds. That's the message I heard for you, Krati. I hope it helps you.
Plant good seeds, I like that.
Okay,
wonderful.
so
Your
this is
turn.
my turn now.
We're choosing the next request. Please place all your comments, requests in capitals. Aurora Stories, we know you.
Okay.
Wonderful.
Please say hi in the chat, our stories, and we can start with your request.
And Greta was just asking, what does plant good seeds mean?
When I said don't create self-doubt and plant good seeds in the sense of don't start with negative thinking and questioning and like ego talk and think positive and plant good seeds in the sense of positive thinking, and that's what I meant by, that's what they meant by that. You guys meant by that.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, and Aura Stories is here.
Yeah, I think it's a really lovely thing to say. What is it they say? Like planting or like sowing the seeds of doubt or fear is like the opposites. And
yeah, don't create self-doubt.
Yeah. So hello to Anita. She was happy to have her name shared.
Hi, Anita.
Thank you for your request. Glad to be available for a live. I just spent 2 hours on government sites for my pending retirement. I could use a clearing. Thank you. Yeah, I wish we could clear government sites.
Yes.
That would be really handy. But yeah, we can at least do some clearing work for you.
Uh-huh.
And I must admit, I was saying in the live chat, like I was on a government website about an hour ago, and it was incredible. Like it just worked, and it was shocking, and it made you think,
Mm-hmm.
well, why not? Like, why can't these things be good and simple? Why should it be shocking? Um, but yeah, I get that they have their own bureaucracy and challenges, but we at least can help you, Anita. So thank you for your request. Um, I'll just do a scan first, Viviane, and then we can see
Mm-hmm.
if we can do this in parallel. So I saw some, maybe not unsurprisingly, some like it's like a mix of like tension and a bit of kind of scrambled energy in the crown and chakra brain, and then in the heart, like a kind of swelling of the heart, like um, which seemed connected to like wanting to help a lot of other people, um, and then also like a shrinking in the solar plexus, like it was like a tightness related to abundance.
Mm-hmm. I'm actually in the lower two chakras.
Okay. Well, I could start with the upper chakras if you like.
Mm-hmm.
Just start healing those. Just helping calm and release anything from your crown chakra that no longer serves you highest good. Return to source or never return here again. And your crown was looking for a stronger connection down through into your heart. So just helping clear your third eye and throat also. Return to source or never return here again. And then in your heart, so your it's like your mind was wanting to work more with your heart, but your heart's also preoccupied with other people. This seems to be you thinking of others around your retirement. I'm going to encourage your heart to return back to its natural size and shape that feels right for you. Okay, and then helping connect up into your crown. And also just scanning across your aura just to clear anything. It feels, I describe it as kind of scrambled EMF energy, like electromagnetic frequency energy. It's clearing this out. Return to source or never return here again. And I'll let Viviane also share. I did also hear some suggestions of you grounding as well. Like I just saw you touching a tree,
Yes.
and it's just like it's like that's better.
Yeah, and I feel better already. Feels better already after clearing the lower two chakras. Yeah, so grounding would be helpful for sure. Yeah, feels much better. Thank you, Aras. Thank you, Anita, for your request.
Yeah, it's quite a fascinating experience to have this in your request, and I think also just an appreciation, understanding of how much our world needs to change. um,
Yes.
that, we'd love to make everything so much simpler for everybody. Okay. Yeah, let us know, Anita, how that went for you. I think you planning on going for a walk on a boardwalk near the river. Lovely.
Oh, nice. Enjoy it.
Yeah, enjoy it. Okay. Must be my turn.
Yes.
Okay, choosing the next request. Beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, boop. Lynn Hirayama. Please say hello if you're here. And if you're not here, just say you're not here.
Oh, she's here.
Hello,
Very
Lynn.
quick. Thank you, Lynn.
May I request an energy clearing, healing, quitting smoking, clearing my lungs? Fantastic. Just asking your guides and ourselves step forwards. As I scan through, the first thing I pick up on is like, this is like an addiction like state. Like the first thing in your mind is like your body saying, I'm not sure about this. Like how are we going to get on without this? How are we going to get on without nicotine? And the other substances in there too, depending on what you're smoking. It's hard to get anything pure. Just looking at the heart and lungs. I don't know what you see in the heart and lungs, Viviane, but it was really fascinating to me. So yeah, cigarettes is what Lynn's smoking, and I saw the lungs. It was like a kind of a very self-sacrificial like message, which was, well, I don't like smoking, was their response, but they do it because the rest of the body says they need it. So it's like, the lungs will keep going through this ordeal on behalf of the rest of the body. Okay. And so there's an ask for your lungs to have a bigger voice, to be heard, and to allow these messages. They're doing this just now, just sending this message up as I speak it out loud, and also the energy of it up to your crown and also into your heart. And as you strengthen that message within you that this is not for your highest good, you're allowing yourself to release and let go of this addiction. I smoked for quite a few years in my early 20s, and it took me over 3 attempts to give up. And just feeling some of that yearning within you for the addiction. And if this is what you choose, if you choose to release it, to release this addiction, to release yourself, then you can do so. Nothing can stop you, whatever you set your mind to. And it's okay if you stumble sometimes, and it might feel like a relapse if you smoke another cigarette, but know that every moment is another opportunity to keep going on your right path. I'm just going to encourage your heart and lungs to release anything that don't serve you. Have you done any healing, Viviane?
I'm sending healing now to the throat, heart, and lungs. after clearing.
Brilliant. I also felt if there's a lot, if these are like bought cigarettes, like manufactured cigarettes, then there's a lot of other contaminants in them, and that your body like is definitely suffering from those. But it's not just the nicotine, and it'll definitely help a lot very quickly as you cut down and give up.
I kept hearing also 21 days, in a sense that 21 after 21 days it will be feel easier.
Mhm.
But the trying to change the habit of the quitting when you're trying to do something like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would be easier after 21 days. Okay.
And because I think that that's really, it's such a powerful message, because sometimes, with different substances, whether it's alcohol or cigarettes, or it depends what's legal in your country, like other legal or illegal substances, that sometimes we'll talk about them like at the addiction. Somehow it's almost like it gets harder the longer you've given up for. And my personal experience has been the opposite. The longer that I've not been smoking or not been drinking, the much easier I find it. Like, it just gets easier and easier for me. Of course, I still sometimes wonder, like, oh, I wonder what a glass of wine would feel like, or I don't know, maybe not a cigarette, but maybe I'd smoke some cannabis or something. But I'm like, I couldn't. It's like my body's just like, I feel like a 6-year-old again. I'm like, I don't know what would happen to me. I would be like a gibbering wreck, whatever I tried. So that also uh, puts me off. But we all get to choose, and there's no judgment, but you get to choose what you put in your body. And I'm far from perfect.
Yes. And I apologize for the background noise here. There's a truck driving by, making that
It's okay.
noise.
I can't really hear it.
Okay, so I'm going to select the next request.
Thank you. So we're choosing your next request. Please say hello in the chat once your name is called.
Okay, Nivra, are you here? You're saying you asking reading and clearing. Is that what you? Okay. Just say hi in the chat, please.
Yep, here.
Thank
so
you.
Reading and clearing.
Okay.
Bless you.
Excuse me. Thank you. Healing and clearing came home sick. Okay. Healing and clearing. just got chills when I read that.
I was getting a whole like story about what's going on with Nibra's ears, like ear chakras, and then the crown chakra, and receiving a lot of information from their guides, and then also something I've not heard of before, which sounded to me like a almost like a galactic broadcast message, like a repeating message that's broadcast out that you can tune into, a bit like a radio station. It reminded me of the BBC World Service.
Hmm.
And this seems to go back. I don't think you're really conscious of it, but it seemed to go back because it for me, I was hearing a lot of ringing in my ears as your guide was showing me, and it's something that you'd be more connected with when you were younger. When you were really young, you couldn't really explain a lot of things that you knew; you just knew them, and it's because you were channeling quite a lot. So this is just to your request of reading and offering up if you want to practice more of your channeling. You could try my 14-day spirit guide meditation challenge if you haven't already. Talking to your spirit guides and receiving messages. I can also do a healing scan as well. I'll just put in my
Yeah, I
my
really
link.
feel her solar plexus, and then I heard the word confusion and discombobulated, which is pretty much the same thing. But anyway, okay.
Yeah, I'm just helping release, first of all, any of this excess energy, this like chaotic energy. Just right across your body and across your aura as well. It reminds me of like a blend of like surplus static energy you've been receiving from others, and other energy you've been creating yourself. Grounding this into earth, and then anything that can't be ground into earth, return to source or never return here again.
I keep hearing water. You need more water intake, Nivra. I see you also in a bathtub of doing bath salts. I think will help you also releasing that will help you clear your energy.
Yeah, I just heard no, I was asking about a 40-day challenge to open up the channeling. You don't need 40 days. Or you might, I don't know. But it's easy to laugh about these things, but yeah, I have no idea how long it will take. But yeah, it took me about somewhere between 10 and 14 days to first start talking with my spirit guides.
Mm-hmm.
I think in partly as well because I asked to see them to begin with, not to talk to them. So they got lots of pretty colors, and I'm like, oh, this isn't as helpful as I hoped. But yeah, you can try my meditation, or if you're talking about another program, please go ahead. If you have ideas for new programs you'd like me to create, I do offer like there's a monthly one, I think is the closest you can get. It's about 30 days.
And I see a comment from Joe Megan. How do you know if it's the right time to take the challenge?
Great question. I know you just have to follow your heart, right?
Yeah.
I would say because when I started doing it, like for real, like my first experiences, I was literally just waking up 10 minutes earlier to just do 10 minutes of meditation. And so I just created the time. It's a very stressful time in my life. I had a lot going on when I was working full time at Amazon, but I just made the time for it. And I just, because I felt like it felt good. It felt quite joyful. And that's just follow your joy, follow if it feels right for you. It shouldn't have to be a battle to do. Cool. Is it my turn?
Yes.
Great. Thank you. We're choosing the next request.
As I set sail on this sea of dreams. Oh,
Bandana. Let us know if you're here.
we follow the sun.
As we follow the sun. I'm so excited about summer. We had a little bit of it here over the weekend.
Vandana is here.
Hello, Vandana. May I please request guidance from a spirit guides and a healing and clearing of your throat chakra? Should we do one each? What would you like to
Okay,
do?
sure. I'll do the clearing and healing though if you would like to work on a message for Vandana. Thank you.
Cool.
Okay.
So it's just I was first shown like a tightness in the lungs and chest. It's like, oh, what is this? It reminds me a little bit of the earlier work we were doing, and then your guide Vandana said, no, it's like it's kind of like the opposite. It's like it's being shown your wings, like this opening up of your chest. So if you're anything like me and you are used to like sitting at a computer like this for 26 years and kind of hunching over, and you kind of hunch over your heart and over your lungs, like we also do that as a protective measure. Like, if we're feeling under threat or in fear, we do that, and that's how I felt with you. And so there's an ask for you to first of all like work on this part of you, like work on opening up your heart and releasing that fear, and also to like help pull back your shoulders. So practice things that physically support you doing this, like dancing, stretching, little gentle Pilates, yoga, um, qigong, tai chi, like all these different things that just bring some movement, and then helping connect you with this. There's this other side of you, like there's this new rebirthing of you, ready to start as soon as your heart feels ready to go and open. And this new version of you is a version with angelic wings, which feels really exciting and empowering. Um, so an open heart will help you get there. How'd you get on with the throat chakra?
I saw a cord around the throat area, and then I asked our Archangel Michael to remove it safely, and now just clearing some energetic blocks. I saw like pillars inside the throat space. and I grounded the energy after the healing too. So I hope that helps, Vandana. Thank you so much for your request. Okay, I believe this is my turn.
Oh, sorry, I should be playing music.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not getting lost in a million tabs.
I learned to live in love in this moment, and I feel you here beside me. I forgive you, I forgive myself. Our love is eternal.
Okay.
Okay, awakening the soul with Brenda. You're asking for clearing. Please say hi in the chat if you're still here. And thank you all for being here from both of our channels and for posting your requests and being patient. Okay, awakening the soul with Brenda.
When I first
Wait.
read their username, I thought, is that answering the soul with Brenda? I think that's lovely too. Yeah, I've just asked if awakening the soul with Brenda's here. Let us know in the chat. I was very pleased because yesterday I managed to fix my radiator just here.
Yeah, the heater.
Because the previous plug in it was getting really hot. And I think like a safety message for everyone is if you ever have a plug that's getting hot, no matter which country you're in,
Yeah.
regardless of whether it has a heater connected to
That's
it,
pretty scary.
do pay attention to it. Because yeah, I think I had it like that for a couple of weeks. Like, oh, it's just a little bit warm, and it's like they should. And I remember Googling, should my plugs get hot? It's like, no, you know this, John. You know they shouldn't ever get hot. And when I opened it up, the fuse had melted. I think it's like you describe it's like almost like fusing, where the almost like the metal pins, like the fuse itself had become like just a metal conduit. So it's really dangerous, right? Because then any surges could just go straight through it. So nothing from Brenda? No? No, you're muted.
Oh, I'm sorry. I said no reply from Awakening the Soul with Brenda, so you may wanna choose.
Okay.
Oh, I need to choose another one now.
Either way, I don't mind.
All right. All right, Lynn, she's 7. You're asking for a healing of a throat issue. Please say hi in the chat so we can help you.
And don't worry about your background noise, it's pretty faint, Viviane. When she's 7, let us know if you're here. It's funny when we use Zoom, like when I use Zoom for client sessions, and I'm always worried about those. Yeah, Lynn, she's 7's here. I'm always worried about background
Okay, you're
noise.
here. Thank you. Thank you, Lynn. Okay.
With things like Zoom, it like it cuts out things like the noise of dogs barking, all that kind of stuff. So you don't really realize it's happening. I'm intrigued. Viviane, what do
I
you see on
see
the
the
throat?
throat and heart needs to be connected.
Can you hear me okay, Viviane? I don't think Viviane can hear me. Can you guys hear me? Let me know in the chat. Okay, that's good. You can hear me. Fantastic. Just Viviane can't. Viviane, can you hear me? Can you hear me, Viviane?
Now I can, yes, sorry.
Yay! Fantastic.
Yeah, I saw that there's it was the connection between heart and throat was broken.
Yeah, I also saw like around the throat, this kind of, how to describe it? It's almost like this kind of like uh, almost like a crystallized layer around the inside and the outside of the throat.
Mm-hmm.
And I was really curious. I was like, what is this? I don't really know what it is. And it's like this protective layer that Lynn's body has created. It reminds me of it's a bit like, it would look like salt or like sugar coated is how it looked to me. And I was asking, can this be cleared off? But it's like an energetic like protection for just now as your throat's going through some healing. I was curious if you could see it or anything of it, Viviane.
She's making a comment that the food is getting stuck every time she eats.
Oh, fantastic. That's fantastic. Not fantastic. Fascinating. Okay. I'm just asking your guide about it. They say that this like protective coating around your throat is important to keep, but what can happen is your throat can be encouraged to open up more easily.
I can see it now after you mentioned it.
I'm just having a conversation with your throat and your throat chakra, and your throat saying, so the upsides to having this coating is that it helps accelerate the healing. The downsides are that during eating it makes it more constrained. So you can one thing you can do is just before you're eating, just encourage, like take a moment and place your hand. Not all of us feel very comfortable doing this, right? Placing our hands all around our throats, but perhaps just your hand to the side, a bit like you're checking your pulse, and just say to your throat, please open up gently now as we prepare to eat, and you can return to what feels right just after you've been eating. And then ask your body, ask your throat, are we okay to eat now? Are we okay to eat? And that like conscious partnership with your body will really help. And it's so simple, right? To talk to your body, to have a conversation. But yeah, it'll really help.
Yes, I got the same feeling because it will help, like also it will help relax the area, making that connection. I restored the connection between the heart and the throat. To
Fantastic. Hope that helps when she's 7.
mm-hmm.
My turn, is it?
Yes.
Great. Okay, choosing your next request. Say hello in the chat. Your name is called. Oh, it's a big one.
I can see I've been asking
Candace.
the wrong questions.
Candace, let us know if you're here.
She's here. Thank you, Candace, for your quick reply.
Yeah, thank you. Grateful to you both. Thank you, Candace. Wondering if there's a message regarding my current situation. I've been anticipating a choice point. I'm wondering if my highest good is still available for me. Let me know if you'd like me to go first.
Yeah, please do.
There was three things that came through. The first was that um, your highest good is always available to you, almost by its very definition. But you know, beyond beyond just something being better than something else, um, that the things that you're hoping for, these feelings that you're seeking to achieve in this life as part of your highest good are are available to you. So in you know in the short answer being, first of all, yes, like this is very much available to you. The next thing I saw was like almost like a bit of a block towards what you're describing as a choice point. Um, and so the what I was shown was you're asking yourself three questions about every single present moment. And the first thing you're asking yourself is, do I love it? And does it help me love myself? And then the second thing was, does it bring me joy? And then the third thing is, well, what do I need to do to receive it? And this feels like really, really close, like a now focus, not to wait any longer. And in those those questions that you're asking yourself, just allow yourself to open up to both everything that you're doing in your life just now, and then also some of the things that you'll start to become more aware of. So, how do I describe it? Like, I often feel like every couple of hours, some sort of new opportunity comes in and out of my consciousness, and I'm either, you know, or going, it's interesting. Maybe I'll note it down. And so, just encouraging you to start that practice now. It's something you can get started with.
Hmm.
How about you, Viviane?
Yes, Candace, I saw a very tall angel behind you, and he was embracing you. The angel was embracing you with his wings, and then I saw like a shimmering white light swirling around you, and you had your hands on your heart, and then I heard, um, "There's no." When you go within, you find the answer, and there's no wrong answer because you're being guided. As you're trying to make when it comes to choices that you're making for your highest good, you're being guided to make the the right choices. So as far as you continue to go within and listen to that, listen to your heart, connect to your heart, and um, there's no need to worry and wonder.
Wonderful.
So I hope that was helpful to you, Candace.
Who's next? Is it me?
Me.
I've lost my losing all my tabs. There we go.
Hmm.
Please say hello in the chat once if your name is called.
Mhm.
So many dimensions living in parallel of me and you.
Amy Harris, please let us know if you're here.
Amy Harris, let us know if you're here.
Emily's enjoying the music.
Yeah.
Oh, Amy's here. Thank you for letting us know.
Fantastic.
Mhm.
Okay. A message from my guides regarding ascension to 5D and clearing.
Mhm.
Fabulous question. I just got this really very an instant visual of you, Amy. I've heard of this before, and I wonder if I've experienced it myself. I think I have, which is there's this. Some people describe a bit like crossing the rainbow bridge to the fifth dimension. That there's a
Mhm.
some people describe that they're in a kind of queue, and they're often not to alarm you in any way, naked, like they're just or with very little clothes on. They're just standing there in a queue, and they're like, okay, like let's go, like we're ready to go across to the fifth dimension now. And I describe the this kind of state in between, this transition in between, as being a state of surrender and letting go. um you feel excited and um like you've done a lot of work to get there. There's like a real, it's like a graduation. You feel like, yeah, I've done a lot to get here, and I'm really ready for this now. And then there's like this final releasing of anything, and I think that's at very least visually, metaphorically, why we experience those naked is 'cause, like we're releasing literally every material thing that we hung on to, and anything that used to be part of us that didn't serve us, that was below the capability of the fifth dimension, we can't hold on to anymore. We have to let it go. Doesn't mean it's destroyed, but it'll mean it'll have to stay in a lower vibration.
I'm feeling a lot of pressure on my head, especially like around here. As soon as I started tuning into Amy's energy,
Mhm.
I felt like it's not painful, just like pressure.
Yeah, there is this like, how to describe it, a bit like a kind of inner conflict, or like you could describe it maybe as like a split awareness. You know, part of you is aware of this, and the message I heard from your guide was saying part of Amy's already going through this fifth dimensional ascension.
Mm-hmm.
Um, perhaps another way of describing that is that there's a higher aspect of you that's already started this. Um, and it's, yeah, that pressure of headaches does feel like it's connected to this. It's like you're you're rapidly going through this process, and you're being asked to really release.
Mm.
Um, and you're asking for it yourself, like you're aware of it yourself. You're saying, "I'm interested in 5D, but what about this clearing? What's going on in my head?"
Yeah. And she's saying here she's having pressure headaches daily and never have headaches. And I also saw a plasma layer uh, above and forming over her head, and just this layer trying to um, integrate.
Mhm. There's a there is a heaviness to your body. How to describe this? Like you're still consuming some things that you can't take to 5D, like some of it feels like foods that you're not going to be able to eat all those same foods in 5D, like they're not served in the 5D canteens, like you can buy them in the shops. And what your body's asking for is like this releasing and letting go, like please, like one thing you could do is even like do a little, I've tried it and I really struggle doing like food diaries and things, but do a little diary even for a week and say, even if you hypothetically made up your average week and said, for the rest of this week, I think I'll usually eat these sorts of things during the day, and just be brutally honest with yourself, and then say, okay, these are the things that I think I need to, maybe aren't for my highest good. Like you can ask your body about them, ask your stomach, your heart about each thing, and then as you start to improve your diet further, that feels like it's gonna, because what's happening in your crown, it's like you're being stretched across these dimensions. So it's a bit like the hot air balloon in your head trying to rise up into the fifth, but the body's still hanging onto those bags. And there's also some heaviness in your heart as well to let go of, some further shadow work to do.
Mm-hmm. And I also keep hearing, Amy, your body saying, ground me, ground me, ground me.
It's really exciting. I can imagine it would be quite unsettling to experience, Amy, and no, I've never been a fan of headaches. For sure, I've been grateful to not have any for quite some time now. But yeah, just helping with your crown chakra a bit further and bring awareness to all aspects of you. And there's this really determined, like the part of you that's reached up into 5D is already like really determined to stay there. It's like, I'm not letting go. So I think it's like you've got to decide as well. You've just got to make those decisions. And one thing I ask myself, well, I think I ask it now every time I make a pot of coffee is, well, I don't think for me at least, there's going to be coffee in 5D. Maybe some tasty alternatives, but it's like, ask yourself, would my higher self consume this? What would my higher self do about this aching in my heart, this heaviness in my heart?
Yes, I actually saw that the plasma type layer enveloping her whole body now. And when it comes to the coffee, we're supposed to be working on a quantum coffee, remember? Gotta make that happen.
That's right. We need that. I need one thing. Give me advice. I want advice.
She's saying, I love coffee. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I do too. I have 2 cups already. Well, a lot of people are switching to that mushroom coffee. I actually tried it, but anyway. Mushroom coffee.
Yeah, I think I've maybe tried it once.
Yeah, I tried
Yeah.
it once too.
I think what scares me about me is that I'm all or nothing, right? So it's just like I know as soon as I make the switch, I'm like, no.
Mm-hmm.
And then it'll be like, oh, John, you can't eat peanuts either. It's like, no, there's nothing left in my life enjoyable to
I know.
consume.
I'm struggling with the sweets, and I mean, I'm not supposed to have dairy. That I mean, I cheat here and there, but it's so hard. I mean, I love ice cream. I mean, there I know I can have no dairy ice cream, but I can't eat cereal anymore because
Oh,
all the other alternatives, pretty much ruin the cereal. So it's like, yeah, I love my sweets.
it's so tough.
So, yeah.
Yeah. I can't eat ice cream. It just upsets my stomach too much, and I really
Mm-hmm.
love it. I can eat like nuts until I feel so full that I feel like I'd turn into a giant peanut.
Mm.
But I find it really hard to find the right snacks.
Yeah, and I
Fruit,
drink.
you can eat a lot of course, you can eat a lot of fruit.
Oh, I love fruit. That's my. I can get the refreshing sweetness from and sweetness from fruits.
Yeah, I hope it helps you, Amy.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Yes,
fruits and veggies, and we keep growing in the garden. Oh, that's fantastic.
yeah. do a lot of grounding. That will be helpful, and please do drink lots of water, because your body kept telling me, "Oh, ground me, please."
Mhm.
Okay, so it's your turn now to choose
Great.
another one.
John's selecting some music. Okay, selecting your next request. Emily.
I hear these waves of the sea, of the ocean.
Earth Stewart, please say
Hmm,
hello if you're here.
I like that name. Stewart.
Sounds like a big job description. Like I thought light work or whatever. I don't know if you've ever seen some of those job descriptions or videos that people put together. It's so funny.
Yeah.
A little reel saying, "Hey, you should come to Earth," and we're gonna like.
I was thinking I'm doing my taxes. Like, should I put light worker on the can I write light worker on the job description? Oh, you're here. Thank you for letting us know. Okay.
It's like,
Sip, sip, everyone. Drink water.
yeah, please do drink. So I think that's it. It's meant to love your collaborations. May I ask you to read my aura and to see where I need to clear?
Thank you.
Let us know. They better have ice cream. Um, there'll be 5D ice cream, I'm sure. So yeah, let us know if you want any help with your aura, but you've asked for a reading, so we can start with that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just being guided to do like, I describe it like a 3D scan, because there's like your aura's pointing outwards out of you. It's an unusual shape, and it's coming out. Okay, it's from the heart. I was wondering which chakra it's coming out from. It's like it extends out quite pointy, almost like a bit like a cone shape out the front of your heart chakra, your aura, and then a sphere around the rest of it. It seems to be part of your one of your superpowers. It's like increases your field. Your guide's saying increases your field of perception and sensitivity. It's a bit like being able to reach your heart out some distance in front of you. It's like almost to 3 meters in front of you. It's quite far. And you're being, I can see, like if I was just scanning you almost like in a 2D version of you from the front, I would see like some darker patches around the center of your heart chakra. But when I rotate you around to the side, I see that this actually exists quite far out of you. And this is almost like the nose cone. It reminds me of like, um, like a spacecraft re-entering Earth's atmosphere. That it's like just like these burn marks on the very tip, and that's the area that seems the most need the most clearing. And yeah, we got permission to do some clearing as well. What do you see, Viviane, before I do the clearing? You're muted.
Oh, I apologize. I was typing before. So, I felt the root chakra very heavy, and I did a clearing of the stagnant energy that was present.
Okay. I'm just going to clear out what's attached on the outside of the aura. Return to source or never turn here again. return to source or never turn here again. I think that should help.
Yeah. I saw the word harmony after you did that clearing.
Oh,
That was good.
yeah. Some of what was attached was like things that are. The first round was things that just kind of like accidentally stuck on, and then
Mm-hmm.
the second pass was more things that were trying to worm their way in. Craig saying that my guide Clara told me that you get a bottle of milk like it tasted in 1923, that rich, creamy taste, and a hamburger from the 1940s. Wait for your first meal, honey. Is that honey, as in calling Craig honey, or a meal of honey? That also sounds good.
I think she was. They're very close. I think she was calling him honey.
It's lovely.
Beautiful, Clara.
Okay. Is it your turn or my turn? I don't know.
I think it's your turn.
I'll go.
It's based.
Okay, choose the next request. Sweet Farish, please let us know if you're here. As John sings about some waves. Sweet Farish, let us know if you're here. Grateful for healing and messages, please. I got my thyroid results today and they're not in the normal range. Thanks. We did some previous work on Sweet Farish's thyroid, is that right? Can you hear me, Viviane?
Yes.
Cool. I was just asking if
we did any
if we did Sweet Farish before and the thyroid.
It sounds familiar.
Just asking if Sweet Farish is here.
Sweet Farish, please say hi in the chat.
Emily was asking if I'd love to hear a song in 90s grunge style like Smashing Pumpkins. I've done so many as well, and I just don't know what they're called.
Yeah.
Maybe one day I'll use some AI to like tag them all to like different genres. In the absence of that, because I've definitely done a few Pearl Jam, because they're one of my favorite bands. A few Pearl Jam style songs, but I can also just write one.
I saw them live once, many years ago.
Fabulous. So no sign of Sweet Farish?
Yeah, I don't see Sweet Farish, so you may want to select another one.
We are made of an essence time.
Okay, let's get my...
I can feel as I step into this ascension elevator. I select my lowest vibration.
Okay.
And I step down
got real loud.
to feel, to heal all.
Okay.
Oh,
I'm Steph.
you're here. Okay, I see you're here. Oh,
Fantastic.
you talked about the
Whose
song.
favorite song is Black by Pearl Jam. It is also one of my favorite Pearl Jam songs from one of my favorite bands.
Mm.
I think I've done a cover of it as well at some point. Anywho, and you're Steph, which thank you. It saves us saying SC735B a lot. So any messages from your guides about finding a new place and names of your guides? I love watching this channel, so thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Should we split this into names of guides and finding a new place?
Okay, I will focus on finding a new place because when I read that, uh, I need to find a new place. So maybe I should.
Okay. Fantastic.
Okay.
So I'm just going to type in the guides' names as I receive them.
And you were saying, okay, you're Steph. Okay.
Mhm. My spelling is so bad. So I'm apologizing in advance as I'm typing this.
I see, Steph, I see you with your hands on your heart, and your guides wants you to place your hands on your heart and ask for guidance in finding the right place for you. And then after that, write a list and be specific of what you want what you want from this place. I see you have that. You must be pet friendly, so include that and write a list of everything you want for your, new place. Everything you want at this new place, and your guides will help you find it. But once you're there, you also feel it.
Wonderful. And yeah, I got just as you were saying, Viviane, you were just saying, "Oh, I'd love to find a new place too." Like that's how I found exactly how I found this house. We kept. I mean, it's not like a total uncommon practice to do. We just went to lots of different houses, loads. I think close to 30, and we live in a quite small town. And every time we went, we said all the things we really liked, and then we said, and rather than it being negative, we just said, and we're looking for the bigger drive. We just need the bigger drive for. At the time, it was a big motorhome, and now it's a small camper van and a big trailer or caravan, and and it was so funny because it was just across the street from our old house, and we never even knew it existed. And it's like
Yes.
I think what we started to realize was that the it's like the house is born into your reality. Like you don't just it's not that you're just manifesting this kind of wish list, if you like. It's like the more you reaffirm the things you do want, the more likely they are to be available to you to visit and see.
Yes, I remember that about your journey because you're sharing that, and I remember like, wow, it's getting closer because you shared, okay, we have everything, but include that, so you were both patient and then
Mm.
I think, okay, this is not quite the one yet, but you found the perfect place.
Thank you. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you couldn't make it up, right? Like it was just literally everything on the list. Smaller. We went from 6 bedrooms to 4 bedrooms.
Mm-hmm.
Location, one street away. Um, a nice big double garage, insanely large for the size of the house. And thankfully, now I'm sat in half of it, which is a music studio, which we wanted to convert, and then the other half was for the kitchen. And I mentioned the big driveway for us, or at least by Scottish standards. So yeah, it was just
Yes.
all these aspects that are unique to you. Like be bold and say, yeah, these are the things I want,
Mm-hmm.
and express gratitude on the journey.
Yes.
Um, so your guides, I did a quick ask. They all came through really fast. These are some of your guides. Mora, the first, a guardian of light, reminded me a bit like, is it this kind of energy of is it is Guardians of the Galaxy like Marvel or something? Like I don't really watch those movies, but the colors and
I
the
think it
imagery reminded
is.
me of the purples that you have, and it felt very like Mora felt very, how to describe it, like a a custodian, a gatekeeper.
Mm-hmm.
So a really beautiful energy. And then uh, Ekelmaya, a Palladian, and then a star keeper from Andromeda. I love, so sorry, not a star keeper. Their name is Star Keeper, which I love. And then Dromia, who's a heart healer from Sirius B, and then Clanatia from Arcturus. And a real blend, although they didn't really introduce much more about themselves because I was just really asking for their names and origins. There's like a real blend of, as you can see between the stars and the Guardian of Light, like beings that are super high vibration and gifted at a galactic level, and then also members that are more healing focused, and also a lot of beautiful wisdom from your Palladian and uh, your Arcturian. So I mean, they're all bright. Don't get me wrong, but just to share the ones that step
Mm-hmm.
forward. So I hope that
Yeah.
helps you.
Yeah, that's great. That get got so many names there. Wonderful.
Well, what a wonderful way to get to the end of today's session.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Yes.
Thank you so much, everyone, for coming along. Um, so we'll bring this session to an end,
Mm-hmm.
and I'd like to thank our guides, our higher selves, Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, Source, and Gaia, every soul that's participated in today's session. And I'm asking everyone to step outside of the session bubble, and then you can remain in your individual protective bubbles as I return the session to Source or never return here again. Thank you so much to every soul that's participated. Thank you all for your requests. Please get plenty of rest and drink just the right amount of water for you. Listen to your body.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yes.
I also look forward to seeing you all again Thursday. We're back. So that will be
Yes. See
exciting.
you Thursday. Thank you all for being here. Have a
Thank you,
great,
everyone.
great rest of the day.
Take
Bye.
care. Thank you. Bye.